Greetings to all the viewers. We are continuing the series of natural products, the content extracted from textbook of natural products nurturing the livelihood. In this, introduction part is completed in the earlier session, which are available on the channel called World of Competitive Chemistry. In continuation to these natural products, we are discussing about classification of these natural products. Let me introduce classification of natural products. Classes of natural products. Natural products are categorized into alkaloids. Alkaloids are morphine and quinine are best example. Alkaloids are nothing but these are the plant extracts where nitrogen is the essential element over there. Here morphine and quinine are most familiar medicinal components which are efficient curatives in the pharmacology. So next is about terpenoids. Terpenoids are made up of polyisoprene units. Isoprene means for methyl 1,3 butadiene. These units got polymerized in such a manner, terpenoids will be generated. Terpenoids are also the class of natural products only. These are said to be essential oils. They are having fragrant smell and food additives as well. Terpenoids best examples are menthol and camphor. These are familiar for the livelihood of human beings. And next is about flavonoids. Flavonoids are nutritional components of natural products. They're also having medicinal importance as well. They are having antioxidant property in general, right? Glycosides. Glycosides are nothing but they are the kind of carbohydrate moieties with side chain substitution. Digitalis is the better example over there, which having the potential curation of cardiovascular diseases. And next natural drug category is about antibiotics. Antibiotics are meant for extraction of these potential medicine from the microorganisms and able to destroy or kill or suppress the activity of any other pathogenic microorganisms are said to be antibiotics. Penicillin is the wonder drug. It is the broad spectrum antibiotic drug extracted from Penicillium fungi, right? So this is the way classification of natural products are provided. These are few natural products taken as the part of the categorization of natural product containing drugs. And broad classification regarding these natural products are provided for better understanding. Alkaloids are the class of natural products just to be gone through. Terpenoids will be there. Polyphenols are also the class of natural products only. Nitrogen containing compounds also present. Nitrogen containing compounds are said to be what? Alkaloids. Organosulfur compounds are also natural products only. This is the way natural products got categorized. And further alkaloids are canthine 6-one, noscapine, homoharingonine, barbamine, are the kind of examples which are taken under these alkaloids category. Terpenoids are nothing but fucoxanthin, isolancifolidine, then boswellic acid, panthenolide. This is the way examples regarding these terpenoids are provided. And the polyphenols are another category where we are having phenolic groups which polymerized. Nitrogen containing compounds are isoquinoline, then myotansinoid, then quinones will be there. This is the way nitrogen containing compounds, another category apart from the alkaloids also included. Organosulfur compounds will be there. Dialkyl disulfide will be there, which is abbreviated as DATS. Then Dilute trisulfide is another category of the sulfur containing compound. Dilute tetrasulfide is the another category of the compound. This is the way categorization of natural products into various classes are possible, right? So, and here you observe another kind of natural products in general: capic acid, gallic acid, genistein, EGCG, then luteolin, quercetin, and curcumin, um, resveratrol, then gambogic acid. All these are also the part of these natural products only. Natural products are endless because from the nature you can extract much more chemical components. That is the reason why the categorization is not limited to particular compounds. Among all the kind of natural products, we are considering most widely applicable kind of materials having chemical potential. So that is the reason why this is about the categorization regarding the natural products. So this is classification part. Let me enter into role of these natural products in the modern drug discovery, how they are helpful in the drug discovery process. As already we aware that in the earlier days, in the ancient days, whenever the science and technology not much elevated and came into the application part, so directly plant extract used to apply on the diseased part, wherever injury is there, wherever diseased organs are present, they directly applied at the time. Then as the time evolves, what happens in every sector, there is a much more development. In the same manner, science and technology is also evolved in the same pace. That is the reason why whichever naturally extracted plant materials and animal materials are available, they got morphalized into newly valuable and high potential drug materials. They became the lead compounds or the starting materials or intermediate compounds in order to synthesize potential drugs whichever required for the effective disease curation. That is the reason why directly we can use natural products themselves as the drugs, and they works like intermediates or lead compounds in order to manufacture the efficient drugs in the laboratory as well. This is the way multiple applications we avail from the natural products. Many synthetic drugs are derived from the natural lead compounds. Here, by taking these natural lead compounds as the starting materials, we can grow the new drugs within the laboratory. Synthetic drugs got manufactured. So this is a kind of application in the field of drug discovery process. Natural compounds inspire semi-synthetic drugs. Semi-synthetic are nothing but not completely manufactured in the laboratory. Rather, certain extent of changes you can observe within the molecules only. This is the way modern drug discovery, taking as the natural products as the lead compounds to manufacture the synthetic drugs, one method, or else by taking natural products, certain extent modification, very little partial modification, giving rise to semi-synthetic drugs as well. This is the way drug discovery is possible. For example, aspirin. Aspirin is nothing but this is the kind of medicine which is synthesized within the laboratory and taking from salicylic acid as the starting material. Salicylic acid will be the natural extract only. Little change by silating this compound, it is possible to obtain this aspirin. So that it is the semi-synthetic drug we can say. This is the way the drug discovery process carried starting from natural compounds. So, in general, we can conclude this kind of importance of significance of natural products as a lead compounds to manufacture the new drug discovery process. Natural products are biologically active compounds. Obviously, they are very essential to survive the living organisms. Biological activities got carried due to these natural products only, and they are extracted from the living organisms itself, like plants, animal, microorganisms and marine species as well, right? They serve important sources and lead for many modern drug compounds, right? So here they taken as such as a medication, or else they works like a lead compound to manufacture the new drugs in the market. So amazing drugs will be manufactured starting from these natural products. This is the way they are very potential in the drug discovery and drug development process. Nature with the medicine. You can observe from the nature so many medicinal components we can extract. It is endless. The research is endless, and the application of nature towards the healthy survival standards of living also endless. Only the thing is, what fits for good survival of life. So that mapping is very important, which is exactly suitable for the healthy survival. So that kind of harmony we need to balance, then only nature is the best medicine itself it able to provide. Then let me enter into the actual concept. As of now, we gone through the importance of natural products in every field of life. Now, in the chapter one, we are, as a part of these natural products, we are going to discuss about these alkaloid compounds. Introduction to the alkaloids. Alkaloids are the large and distinct group of naturally occurring compounds. The essentiality of alkaloid will be the existence of nitrogen. Nitrogen element must be present within the compound, and they should be extracted from the nature. So this is the essentiality of the alkaloids, right? Obviously they are the part of organic compounds only, right? Mainly produced from the plants. Most of the alkaloids extracted from the plant origin, right? They usually contains one or more nitrogen atoms. The essentiality of these alkaloids will be nitrogen existence only, and they are considered as a heterocyclic ring systems. Being a nitrogen is a heteroatom, so that heterocyclic ring system is the kind of existence in these alkaloid components. Exhibit significant physiological and pharmacological activities. They are better curatives in the drug diseased or injured parts or infected parts. This is the way alkaloids are very significant in the form of pharmacology, in the form of physiological activity as well. So they are efficient for humans and animals as well, right? Let me give the simplest example under this alkaloid category is a caffeine. Caffeine is extracted from this plant origin only, and you can observe the caffeine chemical skeleton. Here, two nitrogens are located within the six-membered ring system, and either two nitrogens are located in the five-membered ring system. Both got fused over there, right? So this is the way pyrimidine ring structure is located for this caffeine, where you can notice a kind of amide linkage. Amide linkage here is the kind of nitrogen. Here is the kind of another nitrogen which is unsaturated one. In methylation is observed on three nitrogens, leaving one nitrogen free, right? So this is called imidazole ring system. This is called imidazole ring system, and overall you can notice biannular ring system where amide linkages in methylation is the common entity. It is a better example under the category of alkaloids. And here another example you can notice morphine. Morphine is a very familiar example which can be applied in general. So morphine is a kind of opium alkaloid which is essential anesthetic agent used to pass the activity of nervous system for some time, so that anesthesia that will give the unconsciousness whenever surgeries are required, whenever we are doing the kind of a section or surgery at that condition, a particular extent of unconsciousness induced due to this morphine, and even it able to relieve the pains instantly, so that it is the analgesic agent as well. From these opium poppy alkaloids we are able to extract this morphine. The term alkaloid was first introduced by the German chemist Carl Friedrich William Meissner. So this is the scientist who introduced the term called alkaloids, right? Let me repeat once again. German chemist Carl Friedrich William Meissner, 1819. In the year 1819, the alkaloid chemistry was introduced, and they are extracted from the plant origin. And why they mentioned alkaloids? Because they working like alkalis, because of the existence of nitrogen being it is accompanied by the lone pair of electrons over that nitrogen, so always having tendency to release the electron. That is the cause for Lewis basic nature. Alkali is nothing but base only, so base uh, nitrogen is the cause for alkaline nature for these compounds, so that the name induced called alkaloid. So this is the most applicable name for alkaloids. Being nitrogen is the part of these compounds, alkali-like base type of materials in general. That's the reason why alkaloid name is indicated for these compounds. Alkaloids are primarily found in higher plants, particularly in families such as Solanaceae, Papaver, Apocynaceae, Rubiaceae. So these are the kind of plant kingdom, plant families from which we are able to extract the economic quantity of alkaloids. These are said to be higher plants. Higher plants are nothing but developed plants. They are some extent complicated. All the systems got developed within the plant kingdom, right? So here, let me repeat: Solanaceae, Papaver, Apocynaceae, and Rubiaceae are the kind of families from which we are able to extract these alkaloids, natural products. They are typically present in leaves, seeds, bark, root, and even fruits, right? Certain plants having enriched quantity of alkaloids in the leaf systems and seed system, bark, root, and fruits. So this is the way the existence of alkaloids in the plant materials we can notice often occurs in the form of salts. Being nitrogen is a basic one, obviously it will be existing in the form of salt with acids like citric acid, malic acid, oxalic acid as well. So this is the way existence or occurrence of alkaloids are provided. Here are few examples where the richness of alkaloids we can observe. Solanaceae family plant, you can observe Datura kind of plant it will be. Papaver flower is located over there. Apocynaceae, you can observe the familiar flower over there. And Rubiaceae, this is the kind of flower you can notice at your home. So this is the way alkaloids extracted from these plant materials in general. Then let me introduce general characteristics of alkaloids. What are the general features which exhibited by these alkaloid components, right? Nitrogen containing compounds. Obviously, essentiality of alkaloid will be the existence of nitrogen element over there. Most of the alkaloids are nitrogen containing compounds only, so that we can designate them as heterocyclic compounds, which contributes to basic nature. Being nitrogen is basic in nature. That is the reason why basic nature is the common feature over there. Then basic nature is imparted for these alkaloid components. Due to the existence of nitrogen, alkaloids are weak bases in nature and they able to form salts with acids, obviously. Basic nature satisfied by the combination with acid neutralization reaction accomplished and giving rise to a salt material. And you can notice alkaloids over there, which is basic in nature. Then physiological activity. Why we need to study extensively about these alkaloids? What is the reason up beyond that one? So because of their potential physiological activity, they are taking part, crucial part in the human metabolic activity day to day. Many alkaloids exhibit strong biological effects on the central nervous system. They are stimulating the central nervous system, cardiovascular system as well, and even muscles. Proper functioning of CNS, central nervous system, cardiovascular system, nothing but heart and its veins. So entire pumping system, circulatory system got positively impacted by these alkaloids only, and even muscular movement. Muscles along with bones, muscular movement is also very essential for healthy survival of all the living organisms. All these are positively affected by these alkaloids. Existence of alkaloids will give the strength for central nervous system to work healthily, and cardiovascular system, nothing but heart and its related organs, and muscles also effectively working with these alkaloids, right? So you can notice the entire system of living organism. Physiology is mentioned over, anatomy and physiology is mentioned over. You can observe the internal organs, internal parts of the entire human body, and even muscular system is also denoted over there. All these are impacted, all these are affected by these alkaloids, right? And another important property is about taste. Bitter taste is also casual property which is given by the alkaloids. Uh, Everybody aware about basic compounds are better in nature, acid compounds are soaring in nature. right? So being alkaloids are basic due to the nitrogen, so that obviously they are bitter in nature. Alkaloids generally have bitter taste, bases are bitter, which may serve as a defense mechanism for the plants against herbivores. Here, existence of alkaloids, what they will do, bitter taste will inhibit herbivorous animals. Herbivores are nothing but the animals whichever feeds only upon the plant material. If this is bitter in taste, they are not pleasant to eat that kind of leaves, fruits, flowers of these alkaloid enriched plants, so that they are able to defend themselves, they protect themselves. This is the reason why alkaloids having their own defensive system because of their bitterness, so they are able to prevent the prevent them as a kind of fodder for herbivorous animals, so they able to protect themselves, right? So this is regarding the bitter taste and occurrence in the plants. As we already discussed about these alkaloid material, they may exist either in the root system, stem system, leaves, nuts, seeds, flowers as well. So many kind of regions are enriched with these alkaloids, so that they are existing in the plant materials in general. Biosynthesis of these alkaloid materials are taken starting from amino acid, just like proteins. Alkaloids also started from these amino acids only. For example, ornithine, lysine, phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan, all these are the starting materials in order to manufacture these alkaloids in the biosynthetical pathway within the living organism. So this is the way they are existing within the plant origin, starting from ornithine, lysine, phenylalanine, tyrosine, and tryptophan, right? This is regarding the occurrence crystalline solids. So next is about their existence. It is also the physical property, we can say, being they are solids. Solids are of two kinds, amorphous and crystalline. Highly regular arrangement is regarded as a crystalline nature. So that alkaloids are taking part of these crystalline solid materials only. Most of the alkaloids are colorless in nature. White is indicated as a colorless within the chemistry field. Then crystalline solids, they are highly regularly arranged chemical structure is imparted for them. Although some are liquids, so very few are taken as liquid form as well, but in general they are existing in solid one only. The example for liquid alkaloid compound is nicotine extracted from that tobacco leaves, right? So apart from this, the most of the alkaloids are solid in nature and in general crystalline solids, right? So by this, some general physical properties we gone through, and uh, let me introduce examples under the category of alkalides. What kind of compounds comes under alkalide? Those examples we are going to discuss now. Some well-known alkaloids are included with morphine. Just to be gone through this one. Opium poppy. From opium poppy, we able to extract this morphine. It is the kind of phenanthrene skeleton. It is the powerful analgesic agent. Able to relieve the pain. Severe pains will be relieved by means of morphine, so that it is the kind of analgesic pain relieving agent and extracted from the opium poppy. Quinine is the kind of another potential medication. It is the kind of anti-malarial drug extracted from the Cinchona officinalis bark. From the outer layer of that stem, you can extract this quinine that is having anti-malarial activity, which in turn said to be antipyretic, fever relieving agent, so that quinine is the efficient medication. Nicotine, in either one, this is a central nervous system stimulating agent. It is the stimulant, we can say. Nervous system will be activated by means of nicotine and extracted from the tobacco, which is not preferred, being it is having the property of addiction. Caffeine is the kind of another alkaloid we can notice. Again, it is the kind of stimulant of central nervous system. Those who are consuming caffeine every day, they are active in nature because that able to activate the entire organs, entire system. so that caffeine will activate the system stimulant it will be, and it is enriched in coffee and tea as well. So from the coffee and tea we are able to get the economic quantity of the caffeine. That's the reason why most of the people will consume the coffee and tea as drinks on daily basis. They are the part of daily routine, right? Atropine is another alkaloid we can observe. Ophthalmology. So, where in the eye-related diseases, the people who are suffering with eye diseases, in that case, atropine is used as the drug, and anticholinergic drug as well. So, anticholinergic activity is also mentioned for this atropine. This is the way alkaloids are included, and certain examples and their origin from which we are able to extract them is also provided. So this is regarding the examples of alkaloids. Next is about biological role in the plants. Why these alkaloids are studied extensively. What is their significant biological role in the plant material? Let me discuss about this one. In plants, alkaloids serve several important functions. Some important functions are imparted towards these alkaloids. Defense against herbivores and insects, just to be gone through. Bitter taste is induced by these alkaloids so that herbivores do not destroy these plant materials, and even insects may not come near to these plants because of the bitterness, right? Regulation of the plant growth and storage form of nitrogen. Nitrogen is essential for the growth of the plant. Protein is enriched with the nitrogen only. In the same manner, alkaloids also having composition of nitrogen, so they are essential for the plant growth. Protection against the microbial infections. Alkaloids having their defensive system to avoid the microbial infections in the plant material, and even consumption may cause the treatment towards the microbial infections in the human beings as well. This is the way biological role in the plants are observed. The examples are mentioned over there. Morphine is the familiar example. We already know about this one, where you can observe phenanthrene skeleton, and here is the kind of essential element nitrogen. In methylated nitrogen is allocated, and two free hydroxyl groups are located on these ring systems, and here is the kind of ether linkage we can observe. Five-membered saturated furan ring will be there. This is entirely designated as a morphine, which is an analgesic agent. And quinine is another one. Quinoline is the heterocyclic ring system allocated for this one. Here is the ether linkage with methoxy functionality. And another, you can notice piperidine ring with the six-membered nitrogen saturated ring system called piperidine. And external olefinic double bond is located, and here free hydroxyl mentioned on this methylene. This is the way quinine, which is the anti-malarial drug. Let me go with the another liquid alkaloid exceptional. It will be liquid compounds are rare in the alkaloids. Nicotine is the liquid one extracted from tobacco. It is the kind of pyridine and pyrrolidine ring. So where you can notice pyridine and pyrrolidine both got connected together. So pyridine pyrrolidine ring system called a nicotine, which is having addiction property limited applications in the medication. Caffeine is the better example. Daily routine material we can consume either in the form of coffee or tea. Here you can notice the bicyclic ring system where six-membered and five-membered rings are fused together, and you can notice amide linkages over there. And here the kind of imidazole ring is also located for this one. It is the kind of pyrimidine system. So this is about this caffeine. Atropine is also present. Atropine is also the alkaloid we can observe. We can use in the medicinal field as a potential medication. And here is the benzene ring. Here is the kind of puckered ring with the nitrogen essential element. Here is the ester linkage between these two. Free hydroxyl group is allocated on the methylene, and here in methylated product will be there. So this is the way atropine molecule will be there. And this is about what ephedrine. Ephedrine is also the part of alkaloid only. Example under the alkaloids only, benzene ring, which is connected with the side chain alkyl group where free hydroxyl and methyl is there, and here is the kind of secondary amine. So nitrogen essentiality, you can notice each and every compound of alkaloid. And here is another alkaloid with a complex system where you can notice the polyannular system with the amide linkage within, so which is called a strychnine. Strychnine molecule, it will be, this is also the part of this alkaloid. And the most sweetening one, chocolates manufactured by this cocoa only, everybody aware about that one. It is slightly resembling with this caffeine as well. This is also the kind of bicyclic annular system where amide linkages are located. Only the difference is in methylation is absent over this nitrogen atom. This is cocoa. From this cocoa only, most of the chocolate manufacturing got carried. Cocoa plantation is nowadays it is most widely observed one. By this, we are going to conclude the session. Continuation of this will be possible in the next video, so that if you observe the continuous videos regarding these, so that we will get the entire information regarding these natural products. Hopefully, this is most informative session. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you, one and all.